One of the main reasons people tell me they don't adopt from the shelter is they were looking for a specific breed of dog. But let me tell you, I see them all at shelters. Right now, I see a lot of German Shepherds and Huskies, but full breed dogs too. Dalmatians, just sat with a Mastiff. And sometimes I even see Golden Retrievers. I mean, not usually this shut down, not like this. I will tell you, her story is interesting. So we'll get to those details here in a little bit, but I'll be interested to hear what you think after you hear her story. And also, I'll provide an update at the end of this video.
If you're anything like me, you probably have questions. You come in to a situation like this, you see this, and immediately questions are running through your head like, what happened? Like, who did this to you? Because I think the things that really plays a trick on your mind in a situation like this, when you see a dog like this, is it's just not supposed to be. A Golden Retriever is that dog, that American dog that is happy and loving and a part of your family and has a wagging tail and love treats. And it is almost the definition of a dog. When you look up dog in the dictionary, it is likely gonna be a Golden Retriever that is the kind of dog that has a smiley face looking right at you. So when you see a dog like this, that is a happy-go-lucky dog by nature in this state, is heartbreaking. A dog's hips really tell a lot of the story. Like if you watch this dog's hips, him or her, I don't know just yet. I don't want to look at him and put that eye pressure on him or her yet. But if you look at a dog's hips, you can see anxiety breathing. It's hard sometimes in their chest because they've got a lot of fur, but you can see it in the hips from the panting and the anxiety. And you can see this dog just the fast and anxious breathing combined with just being shut down. The good thing I'll tell you about a Golden Retriever is if we can get them to take a treat, there's a real opportunity here. And I want to find out their story because there's something to this story. I guarantee it. I don't think I've seen a purebred dog this shut down like this in a while. Oh, I was really hoping for more there. I can honestly say this is the first Golden Retriever I've ever met who hasn't taken a treat. I'm going to try one more time. No interest. I'm going to go ahead and try and sit down and see. Okay, I'm going to go real slow. It's okay. All right, I'm going to scoot up. That's making me really nervous. Oh, sorry. I think just the sadness in this one's eyes is what gets you. So we'll find out here in a minute when we do some pets, if she'll allow us to get that far. I'll tell you what I want to do is I want to just hug her. We'll see if we can get to the scoop with her because it's apparent she needs it. It's okay. One of the things that's got her so shut down, and what you can hear in my voice is that AI, almost that robotic sort of sound, is because the noise in this kennel room right now is at a max, like a level 10. And the shelter does a lot to help with that. Music is played during the evenings. They work to dampen the sound as much as they can, but only so much can be done with the resources and the site that you have. You could build soundproof rooms for every single dog, but now instead of a kennel costing a couple grand, it's now 50 grand. And so it's not always feasible in every shelter. But the fact that she has two little treats right in front of her nose and no interest tells me that she's shut down. When fear hits you, your appetite ceases to exist. If you noticed when I first walked in, her food bowl was completely full and it's hours past feeding time. So I mean, even when nobody's here, she's too scared to get up and even walk over to the food bowl. And what dog is not excited about a bowl of food? I'm trying not to let her catch me looking at her, but she is striking. Kel, I'm kind of glad you're in the kennel because if you were making eye contact right now with this Golden Retriever, you would be walking out of here with her.
Well, we might be walking out with this one next door to you also.
Oh no, I didn't see that coming. That was my heart dropping right there. Because see, the problem, we do want dogs. We do want to bring dogs to our rehabilitation farm. But the problem is if Kelly's in charge of that, the shelter will just basically be moved to our farm. So I'm like a little worried now. Alexis, could you just put a lock on Kelly's kennel?
All right. But you'll have to deal with the aftermath.
That's okay. That's okay. I'll tell her you did it. It'll just be between you and I. It's fine. Yeah, I mean, that food's not even touched, huh? Not a piece of kibble has been even sniffed.
And they even put wet food in there, too, to
try to... Oh. Yeah, in my treats, let's talk about this shameless promo. Not really shameless. These are the most awesome dog treat any dog has ever had in their entire life. Like, I guarantee that if you get these and your dog doesn't eat them, I will give you your money back. These things are delicious. It's just basically human beef jerky without the sodium and the sugar, and they love them. And I engineered it so that it smells fantastically. I've got pumpkin in there and coconut, and it pops, and it really helps with their nose. For dogs in these sorts of situations, the fear is overriding the appetite. That ain't right in a golden retriever. I'm going to try and just see if I can do a little touch, and then we're going to get her story. But I want to try to see if I can get some sort of in or movement. And I'm going to try to put a bigger treat. I'm going to try this whole stick. All right, let's go. We'll go medium, and then I'm going to try something right in front of your nose here. All right, super uncomfortable with that. I'm going to try something different. I'm going to try to go a little farther away. Now, if you're a regular here, you'll notice something I'm doing that I often talk about, where I'm combining touch with treat. So as I was offering that, I was touching her paw. Do it again. I'll do her arm a little bit. Oh, that's good. That's good. She's smelling me. That's big. That's big. Okay, we'll pull away. So it's always a push and a pull. And I don't know if push is the right word, but you want to give and then retract a little bit. What I want more than her taking a treat from me or me petting her is her sniffing me. That starts to open up those passageways in her brain that can start to release that fear and allow her to feel and smell and see other things. Let's try again. I did that just to make it a little uncomfortable, like where she has to address that giant treat stick on her paw. And, as humans, you just move it off with your hand, but a dog then has to use their mouth. And then if we can get that taste going, again, like we can get the smell going, if we can get the taste going, we can start to get ahead of that fear a little bit and open up those other senses. It's the little things, the little nuances, the little movements with a dog that mean so much. You can have an entire conversation in shy of about 3 seconds with a dog if you pay attention. Oh, I thought I heard it. I thought I heard it tail wag against the kennel, but I think it's the dog you were sitting with, as happy as a clam now.
I'm tossing treats all around their kennel, so they have to use their sniffer.
Oh, that's smart. Let's try some touch. Yeah, not comfortable with that at all. I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. Okay, we're gonna have to get some of your story, and then we're gonna try some positive affirmations, and I'm gonna tell her some good things about herself and see if we can use some vocal tones to help relieve her a little bit and get her out of her shell. And then also, like, something that totally bummed me out today, it doesn't always get to me, but some comments some people were leaving, I will share that with you because it was frustrating. But I'm gonna leave that outside the kennel. I'll tell you in a little bit, and I'll tell you why I want to talk about it. I can't tell if that little mouth release right there is just stress or if she's relaxing a little bit. I mean, no doubt. Oh, she caught me looking at it. Okay, but she didn't react. She didn't freak out. That's good. Okay, hold on. Let's try something. Not yet. Okay, that's okay. Alexis,
Yes.
welcome back.
Thank you.
I hope that's all the vacation that you ever take again.
Oh yeah, were we talking about my vacation?
No, we missed you. I was more so just trying to let people know what a good boss I am that I give you one vacation day a year.
Oh, that's fantastic. Yeah, I'm glad everyone knows.
For the record, she gets more than one day. Everyone's going to be like, wow, this jerk. No, good to have you back. Tell me something, because, I mean, so you can see her, right? She's so shut down.
So she does actually have a name. And
Okay, do this. Text it to me. And then I'll try it here in a minute and see if she knows her name
okay.
and how she reacts to that.
In the meantime, I will tell you.
Yeah.
Also, she is around 6 years old.
Okay, I would have guessed that. Yeah, I mean, she's middle-aged, but so pretty, like pink, just perfect dog.
And she was found by somebody,
Really?
apparently in a residential neighborhood,
Okay,
running loose.
okay, and does she have a microchip? Oh, yeah, because we know her name, so it's something, huh?
She does actually have a microchip. She did come in with a collar and chain.
I don't see it up there. Is it up there?
I grabbed
You
it.
have it? Oh, let me see it. Oh, yes, okay. When you pick that up, she reacted to that, and I don't feel like, oh no. I'm just gonna go real slow because her breathing is picking back up. Yeah, it's kind of wild. You can see her anxious breathing picking back up. Okay, so have a chain. So let's talk about this for a minute. Listen, hold on. I'll reserve comments. Okay, that's the lead. Oh, so we didn't have a collar, just the choke chain?
It looks like it, yes.
Also, fairly expensive.
It's pretty heavy.
Yeah, it's like, that's what... I'm going to get this out of here. I normally will let a dog smell these things, but her anxiety is picked up that we're just going to exit these because that is making her nervous for sure.
But yes, she was found by somebody, likely just someone who came across her genuinely and found her, just because they did leave behind all their information.
Yeah, so the reason Alexis says that is a lot of times when you work at a high intake shelter and you work with a lot of people coming in the shelter, one thing that's very common is people will come in and say, I found this dog, versus saying, I need to relinquish my dog. And sometimes it's, I think, out of embarrassment or shame. Other times people are just not being good people. No matter what, though, it's not good for the dog. It leaves the dog in a very bad situation because the more information you have about a dog, the more likely it is to help them get out of the shelter, to get adopted, to get to a family. Are they good with kids? Are they good with cats? Do they have medication? How old are they? All these things are just imperative to the dog having more success in their next life, or with their next family, not their next life. That didn't sound right. That's not what I meant. Like, yeah, to be careful how you say things at a shelter. Hold on, I'm gonna take a little break and try a treat here. Nothing, but that little wiggly nose is so cute. I bet that she's more likely to take a treat from me than off the ground because I just have this feeling that she is looking for kind of leadership and love and someone to trust.
She just came in this morning.
Oh, no wonder. Imagine you're walking around, someone picks you up and they take you and they put you in a jail cell. That's not what this is, but you don't know what's going on. You don't know why you're here. No one can speak your language. That's scary. She doesn't know that this shelter has an amazing team of staff and volunteers that are going to show her all the love in the world, and she's safe now. But she doesn't know that. You can't tell that to a dog when they first get here. You have to show them over time. Okay, what did the microchip say?
So microchip does lead to a current owner.
Okay.
The shelter has reached out to this owner.
Good.
They have left the voicemail.
Okay.
So they didn't answer, and they texted. However, they got her text back, but it said, "This is the wrong number."
Oh no.
So now
Wait.
the hope is they sent a physical postcard to
Okay.
the mailing address, and hopefully
Okay.
that's the only other way that they can reach this owner right now, unless they return their call.
Do you think that that's actually the wrong number? Hard to say, right? Like,
It's hard to say, to be honest. It's only the first day right now, so it's possible. You never know someone's situation. There could be something going on, an emergency in the family. Who knows?
wait a minute though. Hold on. The lead came with that choke chain. So was that lead on her?
I'm assuming it was on.
Like just dragging along or something? That's weird, right?
Possible. Yeah, they didn't describe it in the notes specifically, but she did come in with that, so I'm assuming she did probably just have it on.
Yeah, because that's not like a lead and a collar that someone would go buy to be like, oh, we just need something to take this dog into the shelter.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but I'm sure she had it on, is what I'm assuming.
Now, okay, let me just say this, because we've had this happen before. I won't name the dog because we can't always share all of the information. Sometimes because it's personal information, someone may say, I don't want that to be shared, or the shelter might reach out to someone and they'll say, I don't want any contact with you. We had a dog recently that was in a similar situation like this, and you all did so good at being detectives and helping out and doing exactly what I asked you to do and share this and help, right? What's been so unbelievable and empowering for myself and Kelly and our entire team in this shelter and just dogs everywhere is how much this community has come together. Like, I am so blessed that all of you are so passionate and that you share these videos and that you help these dogs get their story told and the eyeballs that they need on them to get them adopted. I never expected this. I had hoped a few of you would be interested in this and we could get some dogs adopted. I had no idea there would be such an army of you out there that are so amazing. So thank you. And some of you found a matching picture of a dog we were sitting with that someone had reported on a lost dog website. And when I saw that in the comments, I was like, that is certainly that dog. And I see a lot of comments, and most of the time I'm like, well, it was that dog for sure. I even reached out right away, but then some things didn't add up. The person that submitted that lost dog report was also the person that turned the dog in and said, I found this dog on my property. And when we reached out to that person, no response. And when the shelter reached out, again, no response, but the names matching up almost like 6 months later with the person who reported the dog missing, and then the same name of the person, that's not maybe a common name. They said, I found this dog and this is not my dog. So that kind of stuff happens. And so sometimes it's hard to stitch the story together. But in this situation, I mean, she just came in. Her family could be on the way right now as we speak. I would hope. I will tell you this, every 24 hours that goes by, the chance of the family coming to get the dog just drops drastically. This shelter reunites probably, I don't know if this statistic is correct. We'd have to get this, but they do more reuniting pets with families than even adoptions, I would say. It's got to be neck and neck, if anything. It's pretty close. Like the amount of dogs and cats that find their way back to their family because of the work the shelter's doing, it's really awesome and it's really heartwarming. And maybe that's not a side you always get to see of our videos because we're showing you the ones that need help. If I got a text message or my dog was missing and I got a phone call, by the time I responded to that text message, I would be in my car on the way to the shelter. I guess I can do a lot of speculation and time will tell, but I really leave it up to you. What do you think? Do you think her family's there and they'll come get her? Or do you think this is something where she's going to need to get adopted? Either way, I would say share this because she's going to need your help. I need your help. What we can do right now is show her comfort in these hard times. And if you're new here, we do this where we give positive affirmations. And I don't know if that's the right word for it, but basically we just reassure her that she's valuable and she's loved. And we're going to do that. And then I'm going to try her name and see if she knows her name. Often that's helpful because if she knows her name, then it sometimes means she came from a loving family. And sometimes dogs get scared if we say their name, and then we know maybe something's off here. I will say when a collar and a lead are found together, that can mean multiple things. It can mean an accident happened, something happened. But it can also mean that the owner just doesn't care. They just left him outside with a collar and a lead on. so they could grab the lead faster when they needed to or wanted to. And I know everyone says, well, why doesn't the shelter check with the sheriff's department and check with any missing persons reports or check with the hospital? They do all of that. And sometimes there's so much of that has to go on. They don't have a team of detectives to assign to every single pet that comes through the door. Thousands of dogs a year, thousands of cats a year, hundreds of turtles. I'm not even kidding. We're going to start with something that is a common phrase that every dog should know. And we're going to change our voice. And this is what I'm going to talk about here in a little bit, where some of y'all left some comments that weren't so friendly. We're going to change our tone, and we're going to tell her some things about herself. Let's see if she knows this. Oh, hi. Okay, actually, this right here is really fantastic, because the reason I don't address a dog right away and spend all the time talking to them, and I'm talking with you, is it really helps take the pressure off of them, and then they get to join the conversation or relax because they know that the focus is not them. And then it's that feeling of like when you're in a warm cafe on a cold winter day, and there are just people talking, and the hustle and the bustle and the smells of, fresh baked croissant and and lattes, and like that's what's happening now, right? She's just in a cafe. There's lots going on, but she's safe and everyone's friendly, and it feels good, right? It feels good to be amongst other people who just to be amongst others. So this is really good right here. But I do want to tell you something, and I'm going to do it with you laying down. You're a good girl. Yeah, you're a good girl. Who's a good girl? Are you a good girl? Oh, you know that, huh? You're a good girl. Yeah. Am I speaking your language? Are you a good girl? Are you a good girl? Yeah. That's a good girl. Oh, her little eyebrows. That's a good girl. Let me show you what I'm seeing here. You're a good girl. Good girl. Yeah. Who's a good girl? Are you a good girl? You are. You are a good girl, huh? You're a good girl. I am sorry that you're in this situation, and we're going to figure this out together, okay? Your family's out there, whether it's the one that is looking for you or the one that we need to go find together, the new one that's going to take care of you and love you. We're going to figure this out together, okay? And let me just tell you, in case someone hasn't, this is not your fault. You have not done anything wrong. You do not deserve this, okay? You're a good girl. Yeah, you're a good girl. Oh my goodness, I love her so much. You're a good girl. Yeah. Who's a good girl? Are you a good girl? Yeah. You're a good girl. Let's try her name. Alexis, you text that to me, right?
Yeah.
Let's see. Let's try the name. Oh, that's a cute name. That's a cute name. Okay, let's try that. Bonnie. Bonnie, you're a good girl. Bonnie. Bonnie. Bonnie, you're a good girl. You're a good dog. Do you want a treat? Do you want a treat, Bonnie? I don't know. It doesn't seem like she knows the name. That's interesting. Now, normally I'd say, well, she's under a lot of stress. I don't know if it matters. But you saw how she reacted to good girl, but didn't necessarily react to her name. I don't know. Maybe it means something. Maybe it doesn't. What do you think? With her in this more of a trust position, I'm going to try some petting to just see if that affection goes anywhere. If she'll let me, I'll go really slow. I will say this, I'm gonna try to see her hindquarters here in a minute, because she looks fairly groomed and healthy, but you can often see with a dog how long they've been groomed, like a golden retriever, by looking at their hind area, if they're knots and things like that. I mean, I just want to lay my head down on her and take a nap. Like, she is so soft, and you are such a good girl, Bonnie. There's just a lot going on right now, isn't it, sweetie? I bet we can do the scoop with her. It seems like she needs the scoop for sure. Sometimes we aren't able to calm all the noise in the kennel rows like we do our best, and so then my job is just to be here with her and for her, even in that noise. She's shedding a lot, but that could just be the time of year, and golden retrievers shed a lot. Honey, you're a good girl. I mean, if her family doesn't get her, with her being shut down like this, What if we took her to Flip's farm? Wait, Kelly's not right there, is she?
I'm right here.
Oh no. I thought
I heard it.
she's nervous.
There's no going back now.
No. I was
Basically in my arm.
No, that was a joke. we have, okay, in case you don't know, we have a rehabilitation farm close by named after my late soul dog, Flip, who helped me rehabilitate so many dogs and was the best family dog. Like, he was just that dog that hero dogs are made of. And so when he passed, we named the farm after him, and we're taking dogs that are mentally or physically in need of rehabilitation and giving them that safe space. It's a coffee farm. It's Southern California, so it's perfect weather. Birds are singing. Like, I just love it. It's my favorite place in the world. And I don't normally take a dog like a golden retriever, but because she's so shut down, I think she's in wound a lot. The other thing is we currently have Pumpkin at the farm, and Pumpkin is progressing nicely. But one thing that shut down dogs need is the space to heal, but also another dog, because together then they can go through that journey and they might be able to help each other through all of this. Because she's letting me pet her so much, I'm going to see if she'll let me pick her up and just do the scoop. Come here. She's so stiff. Hi. Hi. Okay. Okay, it's okay. Okay. All right. Okay, Mama. Okay. It feels like a purr almost, but it's just shaking, and it's just so hard. And like, I want to tell you, it's going to be okay. The little paw is shaking there, but it's going to be okay, I promise. You know what I think? I think your family's probably on the way right now. I bet they are. Because you're such a sweet girl. Yeah, you're such a good girl. The reason I think her family's coming to get her is her ears on the inside are really clean. You can tell a lot of times with like a neglected dog where it'll be really dirty in their ear because they haven't had a groom for a long time. But she certainly had some cotton swabs run through her ears to clean them out. And she's so clean. Like, there's not an ounce of dirt on her. You know, a lot of times when people make videos, like YouTubers, they don't even respond to the comments. Like, they don't even read them, or they might respond to one or two because they think they're supposed to. But like, we really get into the comments, and like, I really value and cherish you and all of the thoughts you have. And like, your comments matter. They make a difference. So I try to read and respond to as many of those as I can. And, you know, sometimes I think maybe I shouldn't respond to the comments. I should just stop and get out of that because, like, you know, it affects me. And I know I'm not supposed to listen to haters, but I care about what you guys have to say and what you think. And someone left a comment. They're like, oh, I've been rescuing dogs for 28 years and you're doing all kinds of things wrong. If I say the dog's been in a bad situation, that person's like, you should know better to say that word, and you should choose your words carefully. I think that if you have been rescuing dogs, I don't know about this individual, but if you've been working with dogs and rescuing with dogs, you learn that every situation is different. And the people that are working to help dogs are doing the right thing, even if they're not doing everything correct. Like, you're going to make mistakes. You're going to learn as you go. And the environment and the situation is always different. What I'm doing when I'm in here in the kennel is I'm not being so selective and so careful of every single word that I pick, because I am being so selective and so careful of all of the little body language moments of the dog. And that is really important because I have to read what they're telling me. In fact, sometimes I'll miss things that Alexis is telling me or Kelly's telling me, or I'll have to ask for the dog's name a couple times because I can't make that my primary focus, that conversation. I'm at a very small space in a high stressful, high intense environment. And so my attention and connection is with that dog. But I will say that dogs are smarter than you might think. And using a word like bad in this context, they understand. And so it's kind of like when you saw me say, you're a good girl. If I just say you're a good girl or you're a bad girl, like dogs aren't going to understand that. But if I say, you're a good girl, who's a good girl? Who's a good girl? They understand that. Just as if I were to come in here and go, you are, and just get really upset and say that word bad. Like, they understand that. They get that. The other comment, which actually a lot of people surprisingly got a little upset about, is sometimes when a dog is in a fetal position and they were so locked in fear, I will lead them up and walk them around the kennel. In fact, sometimes I do this before a dog's ever even put on the dog walking program because they have to even get used to that and get used to that experience. And this individual felt that, and a lot of individuals felt that that was mean, that was kind of taunting the dog and giving them false hope and expectations. I would say to that, maybe. But again, this is a shelter environment. This is not the perfect environment, right? This is not what you want any dog, the situation you want any dog to be in. We've got to get a dog out of a fear fetal position. That is much more traumatic than thinking, oh, I'm getting leashed up, we're going to leave. And just being able to move them around and get their brain off that fixation of fear, get them out of that state. Sometimes there are tools that I have to use to do that when other tools don't work. Just know I read those comments. And it's okay. You don't always have to agree with me. And I have learned a lot from everyone's comments, like what your concerns are. But just know this environment is like no environment out there. It's hard. It's hard on the dog. It's hard on the people. And what we try to do is keep this environment really positive. And sometimes I read those comments and it's hard shaking it off sometimes. Like we've gone to shelters where we sat with dogs and then the dog didn't make it in time and we couldn't publish the video. Just know, if you leave a comment like that, the better thing to do is go to your shelter and get involved and support the people that are doing the same. And 99% of you all, that's not the case. Like, right, Kelly, am I right? I mean, the community is awesome. Yeah.
I would like to go on the record and say that I do like cats. There was some people having a little bit of a tizzy fit about the last video with Moose, where you said that I didn't like cats and that we were insinuating it was okay to end a cat.
Oh my goodness, are you serious?
Yeah.
That's so funny. See, and we have to have humor in these environments. Should we have you sit with a cat so people know that you actually love cats?
I think we're gonna have to. We got to come with receipts.
We want a cat so bad, but Kobe, our dog, it's not right for him. It's not fair to him.
By the way, Kobe is very similar to the dog Moose.
Yeah.
And we know it would not be the right environment for a cat. It's not that we don't like cats. It's about providing the right environment for our pets.
I tell you what I do love is the members group, because not only are they so supportive of us, but of each other too. Like some of the friends members are making with each other in the members group, it's really great. Yeah, she's just like curled up and she is loving this scoop.
Well, I'm sure it's probably the first moment of peace she's gotten all day today, so.
Oh, look at that. Oh yeah, does that feel good? Does that feel good? You're a good girl. Bonnie, you're a good girl. Yeah, you're a good girl. Yeah. You want a treat? Do you want a treat?
I bet she'll eat her food after we leave.
Yeah, probably. We do see that a lot. Like once we leave, then the dog's just out of that stress fear state. And so then they'll go eat their food, which makes me so happy. Like we'll swing back in here and the food will be gone from the bowl and I get so happy. Anyways, to summarize all of that, thank you so much to all of you who are so positive. And to the folks that get something negative out of these videos, shoo. We're going to keep having fun. We're going to keep joking. We're going to keep helping dogs the best way we know how. We're going to keep learning. But yeah, I will say sometimes the good thing about those negative comments is it's a chance for me to kind of explain what we're doing and why we're doing this. So I thank you, negative commenters. I also just want to address all of you who encourage things like Kelly taking home this golden retriever. Enough. You got to pick a side. I need you to comment Rocky or Kelly, whoever side you're on, in the comments.
It know who they're going to side with.
Let's do some mail time and stick around to the end of the video because I should have an update by then because it'll be a few days later as to if her family came or not. And then you'll know what action to take and whether she needs to be adopted. Thank you. Oh my goodness. First, hold on. Let me return this to you. I don't want her to get that chocolate. Look at this.
It's Kit Kat. Give this to the staff. The staff will appreciate this.
This is why Alexis has to come back to work. She can't take too long of vacations because you guys, she needs her Kit Kats and you keep sending them to her, which is good because she eats them all. Trust me.
You mean Twix? These are Kit Kats.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, Kelly will eat them.
Kelly will eat the Kit Kats. I like Kit Kats.
I'm kidding, I love them.
That's right. I got Twix confused with Kit Kats for a minute. Okay, so, darling, this is Love Letters with Dogs. Oh, look at that face. Oh, and this is where you can send mail if you want that end up being donations for the dogs we're sitting with or the dogs in the shelter. Oh, this is awesome. Wow. Look at this. Okay, hold on. I got to show you guys. Let's read the card and I got to show you this card. It is next level. Thank you for all you do as well as your staff. I watch your YouTube regularly and I'm not watching you alone. Oh, I see. I wanted to share some pictures of my watch partner. This is my boy Frosty. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, you guys are watching us on TV. I love that. Did you know more people watch us on their television set than any other area, like more than mobile, more than their computers on TV?
I mean, that makes sense. I watch long videos on the TV.
On TV?
So
Well, and they watch it with their dogs.
that's perfect.
How cool is
I
that?
watch with my cats. So.
Yeah, perfect. We've sent some toys and a little something else. Keep up the good work. Well, awesome, Frosty and Sharon. Thank you from Michigan. Okay, but look at this card. This is next level. Look at this. Okay, I'm gonna open it in the right direction. Watch it. Look at that. How cool is that? All the dogs there watching Sitting with Dogs on the television set. Look, right there. Front row seat. The dogs are watching Bonnie about to have her family come pick her up, hopefully. Look at all those doggies watching you. They're good doggies just like you. That's so cool. Certainly the coolest card we've ever received. Look at that. I love it. Oh, and yeah, look. Pictures of their crew. Just all hanging out watching some good TV. That's so cool. You guys are fantastic. Thank you. They're neat, huh? Huh, girl? And then look, they sent some things for you, Bonnie. You like some toys? Golden Retrievers love toys. Oh, did you see her little ears? Oh, how cute is that? Watch. You can't help it. Your little ears go up, huh? Oh, he's tired. It's been stressful, huh? What's that? This is like a perfect retriever toy. You want it? Look, we have more retriever toys. A llama. A llama for a good girl. Okay, this is great. She's going to love these. I'm going to take these tags off and leave these with her. And then there's some more toys in here that we're going to donate to the... Oh, you like that one? There's some more toys that we're going to leave with the shelter so that they can give it to other dogs. Thank you so much, Sharon. The best way to watch all of this on TV is just to select the pup dates, and then you can just let the pup dates roll, because that's me sitting with the dogs, but also their happy adoption stories, which is really fun. It's so heartwarming and uplifting. We put a lot of time into doing those updates, tracking. Oh my goodness, what is that? Can you fit it in here?
I think so.
Okay, come on in. Let's see. We better B-roll it. We better take video of it out there.
Yeah.
Kelly, why don't you videotape that for Alexis? Leave it right there. Yeah, perfect. And then, Alexis, you can hand me some stuff. I will say, I think I see... Pull that big stuffed dog out there. Is that a flip right there? That's a flip. Oh, my goodness. That is so unbelievably amazing. Look at that boxer. So this looks like my late dog Flip. And I love it. And I would love to use that sometime. Let's keep it here at the shelter. We can use that with dogs that we want to see how they are with other dogs. You can introduce that into the kennel. I've actually been wanting to do that. But I don't want to do that right now because there's a lot of stress and I don't want to stress her out. You know, stuffed animal dogs can think it's another dog and they're like, why is this dog reacting and being weird like this and not moving? So I don't want to do that to her right now, especially if she's relaxed a little bit. But awesome. Who's that from?
They did send a letter.
Okay.
So we can have the letter be read.
Yeah, I would love to read that.
So much good stuff in here.
Oh man, the shelter's gonna love all these donations.
The shepherd next to growling a bit at the boxer.
Oh, yeah. See, yeah, dogs don't know it's not another dog.
But his tail's wagging.
She's like, why is my friend moving? Okay, perfect. I'll read this. Okay, let's see. We got there are a lot of people sending love your way to Rocky Kelly, Baby Girl, Alexis, and staff. We don't want to forget Mel. She's an additional dog angel. Agreed. Along with the dog choosing toys and stuffed toys, there's something special for your daughter. Well, thank you. And of course, Twix for Alexis. I love you guys. Alexis has lately been like trying to act like, you know, we'll go get snacks. And she's like, oh, I'm not really hungry. And I know why. It's because she's eating so many Twix. You're going to turn into a Twix, which is funny because pound for pound, Alexis is definitely the lightest of all of us. All right. Loads of love for you and your animal friends from Amy. Thank you, Amy. This is awesome. And it was really nice of you to send all this stuff to the shelter. You guys do not have to send stuff to our kiddos, but that's very nice. Oh, wow. She will love those, certainly. Thank you. We will give those to her. Do not start sending toys to my kids. They have plenty. But thank you so much. Wow. All kinds of amazing dog toys, huh? That is so great. Hey, Kelly.
Yeah.
The reason I do think, in all seriousness, I'm not saying we do it, but she could be a really good Flips Farm candidate is because she just does need some help. And Pumpkin really could use another dog to just show dog behavior. And I would guess she'll come out of her shell much faster than Pumpkin will.
Yeah, because before when we've pulled dogs similar to Pumpkin, we've had Flip.
Yeah.
That's been kind of our anchor guide dog to get dogs out of these funks. And we love Kobe, but he's not that dog.
He's not that dog.
And so, yeah.
She could be that dog.
I think she could.
Or together. They could just do it together.
Sold.
So, yeah, I like how I'm like pitching you on this, but I don't need to. I'm like, the deal is already closed and I'm still trying to sell you. But no, I think anytime I can get a guide dog that has a fluffy tail, it's so helpful. No joke, because other dogs will follow that fluffy tail. It's pretty cute. You'll see if we can pull all this off. I mean, I hope her family comes.
Yeah, hopefully.
Above all else.
Hopefully this was a mistake, misunderstanding. They're racing to get here right now.
Yeah.
But if that's not the case, then we could really help her and Pumpkin. And they'll be like the little orange creamsicle duo.
Yeah.
Maybe, what if we named her Chai or something else that would go with Pumpkin Chai.
I tell you what, if her family doesn't come for her and we do take her to the farm, we'll update members first and then we'll let everyone else know. And we can have everyone pick the name. They can vote on the name.
Okay.
That would be fun.
But we're going to need some suggestions.
Yeah. I'm about to give you guys the update. But before I do that, make sure you subscribe. If you want to become a member, we'd love to have you as a member. And ways to support her, you can buy Flip Coffee. That helps the dogs we're rehabilitating on Flip's farm. Or buy jerky, same thing. It all goes to help these dogs. Or become a member. It's the fastest way to help. It's a low monthly cost. And you get to be part of this awesome community. Okay, here's the update in real time.
Okay, at the time of posting this video, her family has about 24 hours to come and get her. They have not shown up yet, so I'm hoping that they come in that time. That will be a total of a 10-day hold. So what do you think? Will her family come? And if they don't come, I'm going to be honest, I'm thinking about pulling her to the farm so that we can give Pumpkin a companion and they can both go through this journey together. All right, make sure you're following me on Instagram or whatever your favorite social is. Oh, and remember, updates come first in the members group. So definitely sign up to be a member if you want those updates before anybody else.